In this video, what we are going to do, we are going to make a database and make a collection there, and in that collection we are going to upload a text, or let's upload a data and fetch the data from that table or collection. And let's get started. Okay, so create a database. Let's create a database which says user data or something, and database id. If you do not write any id, it will have a random number assigned automatically, but for now I'll be giving it id to be user id. It would be like, why the reason why I'm giving the database id my customized, because whenever in the code base, if I wanted to get the database id, I do not have to come right back here and then copy it. I just know what type of database id that is. So that's the only reason why I'm writing user id here. So let's create it. So hence our database is created. Now we have to create a collection here. So let's write a collection name. Let's say username. Let's say we wanted to save username here, or let's say not username, let's say user address or something, or any piece of data you wanted to store, you can store in that collection. So let me create it. So hence our user address collection is created. So here first go to the settings and go right here, scroll down, and here you see permissions. The first thing you should do is that give permission. Right now I am giving it to the all users, and users can create, users can read, users can update, but user cannot delete it. Okay, let's say you wanted to delete, you can add. Okay, the only thing why I am starting with permissions, because it has happened before with me and many of my teammates as well. When we have used app, right, for our application, we forget to add permissions, and actually it's it just gets slip of mind. So that it would be better if we add permissions before starting. So you can check the users activity indexes, collection created, updated for the activities, indexes, attributes, documents. So let's start with the attribute. So let's create an attribute which says string, and let's say we will take attribute key will be the user id, not user id, attribute will be user address. Size, let's say 255, and let's make it required and create. And let's create another section, and let's take user phone number. Let's say it is actually, it will not be a string. Create attribute, it will be an integer, user number, and let's create. Done. So our attribute is created. You can come to a document and you can add the document as well from the server side, but in this video we are not going to add from the server side, we are going to add with the help of client. So let's create a new screen where it has two text form field, which has a string and integer. Okay, so screen, wait a second, screen, new file, let's say user data .art, let's say this, and here try to understand that it will not, the file name should not be camel case or something. So STF means stateful widget. So I'll have user data, and we do not need foundation. Okay, scaffold, and we are going to need final text form field. Let's say we want user address, text text form field, let's I'll okay, next text form field, text editing controller, and we will have final user number, so those are the two things which we are going to require. So before starting it, let's go to the authenticate thing and let's create a logic here, and I am hoping that you have created the to do thing, and if you have done it, and so delete this button, and rather than having to do, you can write here done, and so that I can get to know that it is done. Okay, so right now let's get into this, and I'll have future, and let's say bool, let's say the data is inserted or not, insert data, let's say this. I'll have string user address and int number. Okay, try account dot database. Okay, here is what we are going to give, that first of all we have to create an instance of database for, because understand that for auth we need account, for databases we need instance of database as well. So for purpose of doing accounting thing we are going to require accounting, but for the purpose of database we are going to require that database instance of database. Okay, so let's go right back here. Database ID is also string, collection ID is also string, document ID is also a string, and data it have map of dynamic, so let's say it is a string. Okay, let's not here it will have user address, user number, let's say, and if it get inserted perfectly, it will return true, else kdebug mode and return false. So this is our function to enter insert data here. So let's add database ID. Database ID is our user ID. You can just go back here and just copy it. So you can just go here, you can copy it, come right back here, you can see the collection ID here. I think you can add it the collection ID as well. So right now let's not add it. You can also see I have not added the collection ID name in the, if you see you can also add the enter ID. I am not given the ID of that, so the AppWrite has automatically assigned a ID. So just copy here, copy it and go right here, collection ID, and paste it document ID, go right back here. I think this might be the document ID. Wait. Okay, document ID is the ID which we have to provide for any particular document. Let's say for document ID you can give account dot client dot ID, I think so. the thing which we have given in the home page here, user id, you can give it to the user id account.get. okay. For now you can give it to the user id which you have currently have, but for now I'll give it id.unique, id.unique. Yep, it will automatically assign a unique id to the document id. So I think that's it for now. Insert data. So let's go to our scaffold, and here at the app bar, let's create an app bar which says title will be text, and which will say user data. Let's say not user data, let's say inserting data. Okay, and that's it. And body, here I'll have a padding as insist.all and 20. let's say children, I'll have column, not color, and in the column I'll have two things: text field, address and number, and elevated button and insert data. So at the elevated button, what I'll have async, and I'll have await, not account, I'll say insert data only, insert data. User address will be user address dot text, and user number dot text. Actually, what it is, as int, let's say. Or rather than having this confusion, you can do one thing: go to attribute and edit this to wait, cannot edit the type. Okay, delete this attribute, and sometimes it became confusing for us to handle the string and other thing. So user number, and it will have string, and let's say 255, and you can add to, let's say 20 or 12 or something, and create. So it is string now. So we are going to need string as well, and we do not need as int. You can also use int.parse to do that, and if it gets successfully, then we will not this, not here, then on value we will see if value is positive, means wait, let's go to the main.dart and then home.dart. Yep, then value, and yep, then we will have this. Yep, perfect. Let's see. So what it is saying, await insert data. If the data is, if we get the value true, means the data is inserted successfully, else fail to insert the data. And yeah, let's do that, and let's see. And let's not print those things, and there is another command which is helpful. just write dart fix that just apply. What it will do, it will let's say there is some unwanted imports and or unwanted commas or anything else which are creating a problem, not creating a problem, which are having a warning that it should not be there. It will automatically get removed. Let me show you a quick demo. Let's say import package, let's say io.dart appright dot let's say this. Or let's say material dot material. Yeah, so this is a duplicate import and removing but one import all of the library. So I'll just run this command and it will remove that unwanted comment. So it is this command right here became quite handy in this particular case. Sometimes what happens, let's say I wanted to delete a package and that package is imported several other files, so I just run this command and it became handy at that particular point of time. So let's test it out. Let's start the iOS simulator and then we will see how it's going to happen. Okay, so let me run the application. Okay, so it is running, so let's test it out. And okay, I'm already signed in, that's good. So actually we missed one thing. We have to create a route as well. So let's insert data or something, context and user data. Yep. And here at the home.dart we will have another button. Let's create this. We do not need async, and here rather than having this we will have insert data and insert data. Okay, insert data. It's always better to cross check every time. So we have the insert data. Let's go right here. Let's add address. Let's say demo address and number. Let's say any number. You can add a string as well, but you can add a validator keyboard so that it will not get, the user cannot enter the string. So let's insert it. Okay, data inserted successfully. If you go right back here and if you go to documents, see our data is here. We have written the, you can see over here data. So see, we have the demo address and here. So, okay, so that's great. Okay, there is a small activity for you guys. We have inserted the data. Let's update the data as well. So what you have to do, you have to implement this function as well as create a function for you, so that you have to update the data as well. Let me create a function for that, and let's say future string, not string bool, and let's say update data async, and let's see try database dot update document. Here just write all those things, and yep, data is also important. data. Yep. Give the document ID, give the collection ID, and give the database ID, and you can get the data here. Let's say string username and string user address. You can give data right here, username and user address. Database ID, you can copy it from here, and document ID, just come right here, and you can just copy this document ID and just paste it here, this document ID, and it will automatically get updated and return true, else it will return false. Okay, so what you have to do is just have to create. Okay, let's not up to you, let me create it and then we will see. Okay, so user data, yeah. Here it says insert data. What I'll have, rather than having insert data, we'll have update data, same to same, user address and user phone number. Okay, and just wait a minute. User number, yep. Okay, so here at the user data, just come here and update data, same. Here have updated data successfully, data updated successfully, failed to update data, and here at the, rather than having insert data, update data. And let's see, we should have to, but okay, so see, we have data which says demo address and random number. So let's write here, let's me write demo and any of those things, and let me give any other data, and data updated successfully. So if I refresh it, and so there might be some issue, let's see. Okay, so there might be some issue with the authenticate part, means the the data which we are giving, there is no username here. So I'll just copy and paste this part, and yep, let's try it again, and let me update the data updated successfully, and let's see the data is being updated successfully. There are some other functions as well, database delete. So if you database.delete, we can delete the document, we can get the document, we can get list of document, create and update the document. So why don't you do one thing, create a function for get document and list document and delete document. Try to do it, and do let me know in the comment section that you did it, and do create a PR and update this file. Okay, as you can see, our file is is become massive, and massive means it is only 180 lines of code, but I can assure that in future, let's say you wanted to add more and more functions of that, so it is not a good approach to write all your functions into this authenticate part. So and I'm planning to have another series where we will create a to-do application using AppWrite, where we will use MVC architecture using GetX package, and there you can able to understand and see how we can do those type of thing, how we can achieve that MVC architecture and controllers. We will have controllers and other stuff. So yeah, that's it for now, and keep learning, keep exploring. If you have any query till now, you can ask me in the comment section, and you can reach me out on my socials, and bye bye.